And actually, in the days when I was coming up, you would go to backstage, and my uncle and my dad were very close to Bill Robinson. So what would happen would be, you would go back and say, you know, Uncle Bill, can you show me how that step goes? And if he was in the proper mood, he'd say,
now you just watch. I went to the market for to get some beef. And the beef so tough, and I couldn't get enough.
And he would do a step, a simple little pattern like, you know, like. Now that's a very simple little biddly biddly boom boom. Now if you could do it, then he'd say, okay, now practice on that.
I want to do that too.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Come on.
And that's the way you would start. But performers, like musicians, tap dancers, like musicians, were never afraid to extend themselves and show you how a step was done, you know.
Say, you catch on quick. Look out now. Here's your last one.
In the old days, again, to demonstrate, in the old days, there were certain steps that Bill Robinson had, you know, the dean of the men, but, you know, you could always depend on Bojangles to do this step. You know, that and... Yes. Now that was one of Bojangles' favorite steps.
Did you have, when you were dancing, Sammy, did you have a signature step that was your own? I mean, is there something in the history of tap dancing that the folks who know say, yep, that's Sammy?
No. I stole most of my stuff, and so I was a potpourri of everybody else.
Go ahead.
So that became what we call close rhythm. Now, the man who probably can take the next beat is Gregory, because what he has done is brought it up to date.
I try to really express myself when I'm dancing, and as I dance, there are a lot of emotions that come up for me. So I try just to lose all consciousness in terms of actually what I'm doing, and just try to express myself. And so also I try to dance in different rhythmical patterns, contemporary rhythmical patterns and feels instead of the normal 4/4 time.
I think there's a lot of improvisational stuff that Gregory does, because there were certain... I can't figure out what his key step is.
Like this.
Hello, my name's Alphonse Ingram, and I'm a dance major at Northwestern State University. In Louisiana, I feel like being an African-American tap dancer is very accepted just because I feel as though the origins of tap dance do come from African-American history, and like Louisiana, even though a lot of it isn't always good, is built on a lot of African-American history, and I feel like tap dance was such a big part of that, that seeing black men do tap in today's society is just really great for me. And being able to be one of those is also great. The syncopated ladies, and like a lot of them are women of color, African American, Hispanic, and they're just amazing, like things that they do.
Rather recently, it almost looked as though tap dancing was something of the past, and now all of a sudden it looks as though it's very much of the present and even of the future. What is the future of it? Who is the future of it?
I think it's Savion Glover. I think it's the young man who won the contest that this man motivated. But I also think it's in the hands of Gregory and his compatriots, because they have combined it. And thank God that TriStar was nice enough to put his heart and a piece of all of our souls into a picture called Tap. Because the moments that when we're doing it, we were never so proud, and I know I speak for all the guys on that third floor.
Amen.
You know, we were just proud to get a chance to say, hey, America, this belongs to us.
Like Superman trainer. Real rare like Super Saiyan Mega. I jump, stomp on Lucifer's Satan. And I got a few rings on Jupiter's skating. I meant to say Saturn, switched up the pattern. Got me higher than a ladder. Thanks, I'm flattered. My baby mama batter. You look like Mick Jagger. Ooh, grease splatter. Hot, ooh, jumping out the grease. It's a whole lot of degrees. About to come, about to flee, please. I don't wanna hear a beat. Trying to catch some sleep. Trying to count